Unit 3. Work study, method study plus work management, and time study, motion study. Foundations of work study. Main components of method study. Time study standards. Involvement of workers' unions. Work sampling. Application of work study to office work. Question. What do you understand by motion study? Show how their application can increase productivity of labor. Explain the role of Thurblig analysis in motion study. Answer. Motion study is a technique of analyzing the body motions employed in doing a task in order to eliminate or reduce ineffective movements and facilitates effective movements. By using motion study and the principles of motion economy, the task is redesigned to be more effective and less time-consuming. Motion study is a systematic way of determining the best method of doing the work by scrutinizing the motions made by the worker or the machine. As per Gilbreth, it is the science of eliminating the wastefulness due to unnecessary motions. Principles of motion study. There are a number of principles concerning the economy of movements which have been developed as a result of experience and which forms the basis for the development of improved methods at the workplace. A. Use of the human body. B. Arrangement of workplace. C. Design of tools and equipment. Motion and time study has as its objective the elimination of unnecessary work, the design of methods and procedures which are most effective, which require the least effort, and which are suited to the person who uses them. Moreover, it provides methods of measuring work for determining a performance index or productivity index for an individual or for a group of workers, a department, or for an entire plant. Although industrial engineers and staff specialists ordinarily perform work in this field, there is a trend toward developing forms of work organization in which motion and time study and the problem-solving process are used directly by the managers, supervisors, and the employees themselves. In the latter case, they assume responsibilities for the design of jobs, determine work schedules, and verify the quality of the work they produce. The Gilbreths pioneered the study of manual motions and developed basic laws of motion economy that are still relevant today. They were also responsible for the development of detailed motion picture studies, termed as micro-motion studies, which are extremely useful for analyzing highly repetitive manual operations. With the improvement in technology, of course, video camera has replaced the traditional motion picture film camera. Question. Explain the concept of work study. What is Thurblig? Explain in brief. Answer. International Labour Organization, ILO, defines work study as the technique of method study and work measurement employed to ensure the best possible use of human and material resources in carrying out a specified activity. Work study is an important management tool to achieve higher productivity. It is related to human work, method of doing work and standard of performance. The survival of any organization is dependent on use of latest technology and efficient methods of production. To improve efficiency of production, it needs effective utilization of plant, equipment, and labor. This can be achieved by using work study, which studies method and evaluates the performance. It divides work into smaller elements, studies it, and rearranges it to get greater efficiency at reduced cost. The Gilbreths pioneered the study of manual motions and developed basic laws of motion economy that are still relevant today. These can be classified as effective Thurbligs and ineffective Thurbligs. Effective Thurbligs take the work progress towards completion. Attempts can be made to shorten them, but they cannot be eliminated. Ineffective Thurbligs do not advance the progress of work, and therefore attempts should be made to eliminate them by applying the principles of motion economy. Through various methods of motion study, micromotion study, movie film, and the chromoxylograph, the Gilbreths were able to examine the smallest of motions. The Thurbligs would then be plotted on a SIMO chart, simultaneous motion chart, along with the time each motion took. The sequences of motions of each hand were plotted, as was a foot, if used for pedal controls. Then, by examining the charts, one could determine which Thurbligs were taking too long or which could be eliminated by rearranging the work. They could also identify periods of delay caused by either the tool/part layout, Question: what are the objectives and advantages of work study? Work study is often resisted by workers. What steps management should take to overcome such resistance? Answer: work study. Work study implies the study of human work. It investigates the work done in organization and it aims at finding the best and most efficient way of using available resources: men, material, machine, and money. It is also a management service based on method study and work measurement used in examination of human work, leading to investigation of all the resources that affect efficiency and economy of situation to effect improvement. Scope of work study: the amount of work in a given job is referred to as work content. The work study consists of two techniques. A. Method study. Method study is the systematic recording and critical examination of existing and proposed ways of doing work. It is concerned with the reduction of work content of a job or operation. B. Work measurement. Work measurement is the application of techniques designed to establish the time for a qualified worker to carry out a specified job at defined level of performance. It is concerned with the investigation and reduction of any ineffective time associated with it. Objectives of work study. The objectives of the work study are as follows. 1. Analysis of existing method. 2. Finding weakness in existing production process. 3. Most effective utilization of existing or proposed report and resources. 4. To set and measure performance standard. 5. Use of performance standard to pay incentives. 6. To standardize method, material and equipments used in the production process. Advantages. Improved productivity. Manufacturing cost is reduced. Quicker and accurate delivery dates. Good employee-employer relationship. Job satisfaction to workers. Question: what is meant by method study? What are its objectives, and explain in detail the importance. Also write the procedure of method analysis. Answer: method study is a systematic approach to job design. It can be defined as the systematic recording and critical examination of existing and proposed methods of doing work, involving easier and more effective methods and reducing costs. There are certain situations and factors prevailing in the organization. When production cost is high and management wants to reduce costs due to high competition. Frequent and high level of materials movement and workers. Quality complaints increase beyond limit. Safety of workers and machines. Increase in overheads due to excessive overtime. Poor workmanship and working conditions. The above factors create a situation where it becomes necessary study for survival and meeting the competition. The objectives of method study are listed below. To analyze existing and suggested method of doing a task or work. To find out new suggested method, how it is better to increase productivity and to reduce cost. Increase in productivity and reduction in cost is achieved by way of reducing material handling and movements, thus reducing fatigue to workers. To achieve optimum utilization of inputs. To develop new methods and, thus, standards of performance. The above objectives must be achieved with detailed analysis and by implementation of method study. Significance of method study. Method study has got lots of advantages. It helps in increasing the overall profitability of the organization by enhancing productivity. It provides the following. Work/job/tasks are made simple. Provides cost-effective methods. Less fatigue to the workers/operators. The quality of product is improved. Better design of workplace and equipment. Improved workflow due to smooth and cost-effective material handling. Particularly of manpower. Better utilization of resources. Overall higher productivity is achieved. Less wastages and scrap generation. Due to reduction in unproductive motions, production cycle time is reduced. Procedure of method analysis. 1. Make an initial investigation of the operation under consideration. 2. Decide what level of analysis is appropriate. 3. Talk with workers, supervisors, and others who are familiar with the operation. Get their suggestions for better ways to do work. 4. Study the present methods. Use process charts, time study, and appropriate techniques of analysis. 5. Apply the questioning attitude and the suggestions of others. Devine a new proposed method by using process charts and other appropriate techniques of analysis. 6. Use time study if necessary. Compare new and present methods. Obtain supervisor's approval to proceed. 7. Modify the proposed method as required after reviewing the details with workers and supervisors. 8. Train one or more workers to perform the proposed method on a trial basis. Evaluate the proposed method. Modify the method as required. 9. Train workers and install the proposed method. 10. Check periodically to ensure that the expected savings are being realized. In performing method analysis, certain diagrams and charts can be useful. Question: what are the benefits of work study? How is it carried out? Answer: work study is the body of knowledge concerned with the analysis of the work methods and the standard of proposed work methods. Work study is done to increase the productivity. Work study comprises of two techniques: method study and work measurement. A method study is systematic recording and critical examination existing and proposed ways of doing work, as a means of developing and applying easier and more effective methods and reducing costs. B. Work measurement is the application of techniques designed to establish the time for a qualified worker to carry out a specified job at a defined level of performance. There is a close link between method study and work measurement. Method study is concerned with the reduction of the work content and establishing the one best way of doing the job, whereas work measurement is concerned with investigation and education of any ineffective time associated with the job and establishing time standards for an operation carries out as per standard method. Advantages of work study. Following are the advantages of work study. It helps to achieve the smooth production flow with minimum interruptions. It helps to reduce the cost of the product by eliminating waste and unnecessary operations. Better worker management relations. Meets the delivery commitment. Helps to achieve better working conditions. Better workplace layout. Improves upon the existing process or methods and helps in standardization and simplification. It helps in reducing rejections and scrap, and higher utilization of resources of the organization. It helps in establishing the standard time for an operation or job which is used in manpower planning and production planning. Question: what is time study? Discuss the benefits and limitations of time study. Explain the steps in time study. Answer: time study is the technique of work measurement to establish time for a qualified worker to carry out specified tasks under specified conditions and at defined level of performance. Basic time study equipment consists of a stopwatch, a study board and time study forms. Benefits of time study: it is systematic process of directly observing and measuring human work to establish the time required for completion of the work. Time study is a very flexible technique, suitable for a wide range of work performed under a wide range of conditions. It is a direct observation technique. It considers specific and special conditions, but it does rely on the use of the subjective process of rating. The techniques of time study start with the last motion study technique, which shows the close relationship between motion study and time study. The techniques of time study are: procedure for conducting stopwatch time study. Generally, the following procedure is followed in conducting stopwatch time study. 1. Selection of task to be timed. Select the task or job that needs to be timed for study purpose. There are various priorities on the basis of which task or job to be studied is selected, such as bottleneck or repetitive jobs, jobs with longer cycle time, to check correctness of existing time, comparison of two methods, etc. 2. Standardize the method of working. To achieve performance standard accuracy, it is necessary to record the correct method of working. 3. Select the operator for study. Select the consistent worker whose performance should be average or close to average so that observed times are close to normal times. 4. Record the details. The following information is recorded on observation sheet: name of labor, task/job performed, department, section of work activity, general information about activity performed, etc. 5. Break the task into element. Each operation is divided into a number of elements. This is done for easy observation and accurate measurement. 6. Determine number of cycles to be measured. It is important to determine and measure the number of cycles that needs to be observed to arrive at accurate average time. 7. Measure the time of each element using stopwatch. The time taken for each element is measured using a stopwatch. There are two methods of measuring, viz., flyback method and cumulative method. The time measured from the stopwatch is known as observed time. 8. Determine standard rating. Rating is the measure of efficiency of a worker. The operator's rating is found out by comparing his speed of work with standard performance. The rating of an operator is decided by the work study man in consultation with the supervisor. Various rating methods used are speed rating, synthetic rating, and objective rating. 9. Calculate the normal time. The observed time cannot be the actual time required to perform the work for a worker. Therefore, normal time needs to be calculated. Normal time is the time that a worker takes when working at normal pace. It is calculated as below: normal time, observed time rating. 10. Determine the allowance. A worker cannot work all the day continuously. He will require time for rest, going for toilet, drinking water, etc. Unavoidable delays may occur because of tool breakage, etc. So, some extra time is added to the normal time. The extra time is known as allowance. It is generally allotted as per the company policy. Question. Discuss the meaning and significance of work measurement in an industrial enterprise. Explain the stopwatch method for work measurement. Answer. Work measurement is the application of techniques designed to establish the time for a qualified worker to carry out a specified job at defined level of performance. It is concerned with the investigation and reduction of any ineffective time associated with it. Work measurement provides a scientific method of fixing production standards, i.e., standard time for a job. Significance. It has wide applications in the industry. The data collected through work measurement can be used for the below-mentioned purposes. Planning. Work measurement data enables management to determine manpower requirement, future requirements of equipment and machines, as well as number of machines a worker can conveniently handle, and to understand start and end time of a particular process. 2. Estimation of costs. Manufacturing time is required to estimate labor cost. Similarly, indirect costs like depreciation, rent, power charges, fuel, salaries of staff and supervisors, etc. depends on time. 3. Cost reduction and cost control. Work measurement data is helpful to reduce or control cost. Efficiency can be improved if information of men, machine utilization and time lost by men and machine is available. It provides labor cost standards which help to control labor costs. 4. Basis for incentive. Work measurement data acts as basis for incentives to prepare for standards that needs to be achieved by worker. V. Improvement in existing methods. Work measurement data helps to bring improvement in existing methods by eliminating unnecessary activities. Those results into waste of time. 6. Comparison of alternative methods. When method study gives two or more alternatives which are equally advantageous, work measurement data helps to select one alternative. 7. Substandard workers. Work measurement data helps to set standards like production per hour or per shift by worker. Management needs to take decisions about workers like training, transfer of old workers to light jobs, action against workers who purposely work slow, etc. 8. Measuring employee performances. work measurement data is useful to check employee performance. It enables line management to find out if employee is making satisfactory progress, fully trained or training period should be extended, or if worker is suitable for job offered. STOP method, time study, is the of work measurement to establish time for a worker to carry out specified task under specified conditions and at defined level of performance. Basic time study equipment consists of a stopwatch, a study board and time study forms. The time study procedure consists of steps such as I. Selection of job. 2. Standardization of method. 3. Select the operator for study. 4. Recording of details. V. Measure the duration of each element. 6. Calculating representative time of each element. 7. Convert observed time into normal time. 8. Calculate relaxation and other allowances. 9. Calculate standard time. Time study can be performed depending on the accuracy of stopwatch method, time recording machine and motion picture camera. Question: explain the theory of work sampling with the help of examples and its uses. Answer: work sampling was pioneered by LHC Tippett in a British textile mill. It is a work measurement technique that randomly samples the work of one or more employees at periodic intervals to determine the proportion of the total operation that is accounted for in one particular activity. Work sampling is less expensive than time study, but it usually offers less precision. Work sampling is usually preferred, and many workers perform a single operation that is spread out over a large geographic area. It is defined as a technique in which a statistically competent number of instantaneous observations are taken, over a period of time, of a group of machines, process, or workers. Each observation records what is seen to happen, and the percentage of observations recorded for a particular activity or delay is a measure of percentage of time observed by the occurrence. These studies are frequently used to estimate the percentage of employees' time spent in such activities as these: unavoidable delays, repairing finished products from an operation, or supplying material to an operation. The results of these studies are commonly used to set allowances used in computing labor standards, in estimating cost of certain activities, and in investigating work methods. Work sampling is also used to set a labor standard, which are used as benchmarks against which actual performance is measured. The objective is to improve labor productivity. Work sampling can be applied and used for: 1. Work sampling data provides useful information on delays and interruptions in work process, which helps to simply work process. 2. Allowances that cannot be measured using time study method as they are small and infrequent can be economically measured by work sampling method. 3. Work sampling is used to measure the workload of heterogeneous work that involves long cycle jobs. 4. The information derived from work sampling can be used to compare the efficiency of two departments, to provide for a more equal distribution of work and reasons behind ineffective time. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. All the 4 units of industrial management have been uploaded on my channel, do watch them. Suggestions are welcomed. Hope you do well in your exams. Subscribe for more.